Welcome back. You're watching Business Today here on KTN News, and we are outdoors at the Wow Beverages in Nairobi. But this time, let's focus on business dress codes. A lot of us make so many mistakes. You dress on a Monday like it's a Friday. But lucky enough, we have Connie Aloch, who is the Chief Executive and Director of Connie Aloch Styling Management. She's also an award-winning fashionista. She's going to be telling us how exactly we need to dress for different occasions. You're going to sign that business contract. How exactly should you be dressed? How does your dress code make a statement? Connie, thank you so much for joining us. All right. So, we've talked a lot about this conversation, and you actually do say a lot when it comes to how exactly you should be dressed. I can't count the number of times that you have, given us advice on how exactly we should be dressed for what occasions. But let's get straight to it. For the gentlemen and ladies, it's a Monday, and maybe they're going to sign a contract, they're going for a business meeting. How exactly should they be dressed, and what exactly should they have in mind?
Joy, it will depend on the kind of, if it's an interview, the kind of interview that they're going for, because someone going for a bank interview will look differently like from someone who's going for advertising agency client executive interview. So let me call up my first model, the gentleman, and then you can see. So he would be going like he is appropriate for a bank interview. He fits the brief. He has a fitted suit, classic watch. If you notice, it's a neutral colored suit. The shirt, I've taken the tone of the suit and the shirt and blues, and that's a tone that works well for his tie.
Right.
So, and classic basic shoes. So this is very appropriate for a bank interview.
All right.
Well, on the other hand, I'll bring in my model, who's a female. I'll have the gentleman just stand on this side.
Yeah.
He can come and stand here, and I have my female model. So obviously she would not be appropriate for a bank interview because her look is more of, it's classic but more relaxed. So she would work well for an advertising interview. So I think what people need to remember is when they're going for interviews, what is the environment they're going for? Because definitely this would not work for a bank interview.
For instance, what if she added a jacket onto her dress?
Possibly if she added a jacket, possibly, but still it depends on the bank environment, because banks have a very corporate feel, and they have strict rules about what they can wear. So that's why I would lean more towards something like advertising or entertainment interview that she would be more appropriate dressed for.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so there are a lot of questions that people ask. When do I wear a red tie? When do I wear a blue tie? What occasions do they suit?
Yeah.
Maybe if you want to take us through that. When do I wear a black suit, a blue suit, a gray suit?
If you notice, like for gentlemen, I say the darker the color the suit, the more serious it is. So I would say, when you have serious meetings or interviews, you want to go for the dark colored suits. And if you think of President Obama, what colors ties does he wear?
Yes.
Red and the red and the
or
blue. Exactly. That's when he's doing very serious things. He probably has a political meeting or he's signing a contract. So I would say when you know that what you're going for is something that's really serious, then you want to go for your red or your blue tie. Obviously, if you're going to sign a contract, you're going to wear a yellow tie. That just sends another message altogether, like we're having fun. But if you're wearing a blue tie or red tie, then this is something serious, and we're here for business.
All right.
Yeah.
And so when do you wear a white shirt, especially for the gentlemen? When do you wear a white shirt? When do you wear a sky blue shirt? When do you wear a black shirt?
Yeah. You see, then that it also depends on the kind of suit that you're wearing. Now it goes back to matching your ties and your. I'll pull my model up here. You see, as I said earlier, his shirt is almost like a very pale blue, and then his suit is almost dark gray. So then you offset and you find a color that's in between. So you always must think about matching your ties and your shirts according to the suit. So that's the rule. It has to work within the combination has to work. The shirt, the suit, the tie.
Right.
Yeah.
So there are also a number of times that every time you're invited to a certain event, they've written black tie somewhere.
Yeah.
What exactly does that mean?
Black tie means, I thank my models, they can go. Thank you. It really depends. Black tie is something that's more formal. It's a more formal look, and it's it's a gala dinner, an award ceremony. So from then you want to be really wearing like your tuxedo or something like that. So that's when you'd wear your your black tie look, and then for the lady, she would wear something like a formal gown. So I'll let my model change as we talk more, and then I can give you more, more tips.
All right.
When it says black tie, it doesn't necessarily mean it has to be short. Black tie can be a long classic dress.
All right.
I think what ladies get confused is when they think that, when it's short, then it gets attention. Classy is, it can be long.
Yeah.
and you're still very classy, and it looks very elegant, and it has a bit of, sexy touch to it.
Sexy touch to it.
Yeah.
So as the day goes into the close of the week, or
Yeah.
as the days go into the close of the week, then
Yeah.
it seems to take a relaxed kind of mode.
Yeah.
And so a lot of questions as well are raised about, is it too short, is it too long, is the shoe too open, is it too conservative?
Yeah.
There's a lot of questions. So how exactly do you determine what dress code?
Personally, because I do a lot of training for organizations, I just say, I know it's Casual Friday, but no jeans and no leggings. I'm just, I almost have a slogan saying no jeans,
Yes.
no leggings.
Yeah.
You can still look, casual and smart, and not necessarily in leggings, because leggings, and then I've seen leggings go the wrong way. You have leggings and a small crop top.
All right, so you have
Yeah.
a lineup of clothes of
Yeah.
quickly, maybe
Yeah.
just take us through when we can wear, because we have about, I think, less than 3 minutes.
Okay.
So maybe just take us through all of those.
So you
Yeah.
talk about the gala dinner you're saying earlier. So this is something like a red carpet. That this is something that would work, like for a red carpet.
Right.
And it has sparkle.
It's
a
not too
classic
short?
length. Exactly. It's not too short. It's not too long. It's
So
just
it would
right.
still send a business statement,
Yes.
despite the fact that
Exactly.
yeah.
Because remember, most of these gala dinners are, almost
Yes.
business, or most of the time business related to, a corporate gala event.
Okay.
So something like this, would be for someone who's going for a wedding, an older,
Is there
mature
a specific
person.
age group we're looking at?
This
for
would, I would say, probably from 40,
40 and above.
mid 40s up. Yeah, so probably like, an older woman going for a wedding. This is what would work for her.
Okay.
Another look that's cool is, again, another way of wearing a classic suit. So for those who are more bolder, you can go for, if you notice this, most men would be like, this is a bit too much for me, but it does work. Because the patterns, pick up from the black and the white, pick up the orange here and the white.
Right.
So it does work. So this might be too bold for some people, but for some people it may work.
And it's not too busy.
Exactly.
All right.
For another option would be this, just simply everything neutrals and then a black and white. Another option here is the basic black dress.
All right. So everybody should
Yeah.
have that little
Yeah.
black dress.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
And why do we love it? Because it's a kind of thing that can transcend from your 9 a.m. meeting, probably the jacket over, to your 6 p.m. cocktail.
All right.
And you got it, yeah.
Okay. And besides black, are there any other colors that one can wear to a cocktail? I know you did identify the
Yes.
second one over there, but which would be the other?
You can wear this. This works well. Yeah, this works well for a cocktail, classic color. You just throw on a pair of either black or red shoes, and this works well for a cocktail.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And so I guess as we go along the way, when
Yeah.
do we wear tops? When do we wear separates, but still keep it business, casual, smart?
Yeah. Okay. So something like this would be, it's a perfect. I'll show you two examples. So these are perfect separates, and you can wear them, with your neutral colored, black trousers. The thing about having a business wardrobe is being able to have what you call separates that you can intermix. So the two jackets I've just showed you now, the maroon one and the white one,
Right.
if you have the black pair of trousers or a black skirt, you can just easily interchange and wear them with probably a camisole.
All right.
Yeah.
So as we wind up, what are the things that we need to keep in mind, the do's and the don'ts? Maybe 2 do's and 2 don'ts. That's the most important.
I would say probably for ladies, look in the mirror before you leave the house. If it's too short or too tight, leave it. And always make sure if you're going to be wearing stockings, tights, always have an extra pair, because the thing about them, they always run. For the gentleman, always make sure the fit of your suit is always perfect. It's the shoulder here. This is where the shoulder pad meets, and this is where your fit is perfect. Also, when you have shirts, make sure that when you're buying a shirt, make sure you have the correct neck size, so that you don't have the big allowance. When you see, I'm sure you've seen gentlemen walking in town, and then the shirt looks like it's almost ballooned in. Exactly. So that's the thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thanks a lot, Connie. We do
Cool.
appreciate. I really wish
Thanks.
we had more time
Yes.
to go through all of them.
Yeah.
But we've run out of time. We're
Yeah.
going to be having the news hour coming
Yeah.
up, but we'll have yet another business update at about 3:30. So do stay tuned for that. We've got more coming up on events management. So do stay with us.